my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you see this. I hope it's a good day for you. So, yeah, I'm 2 hours late as far as school time and when I would normally start a live, but I'm officially in summer hours, obviously. I've only been up for 30 minutes or so. I slept in. How wonderful is that for me? Oh my goodness. So what you're looking at here are some cards that I made last night with Dawn over on her channel and Lala from Mommy Guide, and also our friend Janine, um, who doesn't have a channel, but she is the biggest cheerleader and sweetheart. And I was so excited that I got to craft with her. I've seen her craft with Dawn and Elizabeth and others, but I was happy I got to craft with her. So we played this little card Yahtzee game. I'm looking for my sheet of paper where I wrote down the prompts. There it is. We had blending, neutral, clean and simple, ribbon or twine, and friendship. So this is what I came up with. This is my clean and simple kind of card making. So hey Vicky and Sala, hello, and Clint and Amy. Amy, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Rose Audette, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, this is my clean and simple. I did really slight ink blending, so there's the blending there, and then this one has blending around the edge, very little. Neutral, this to me is a neutral color palette. This here is Rusty Hinge, but when I sprayed it with water, of course, I got the gorgeous color of yellow. And then ribbon or twine, and then friendship. This one's pretty obvious that they're friends, but this one, you know, they all look like friends to me. So, and then these guys down here. But as I said in the show, he doesn't look too convincing. Maybe he just had a hard day. We don't know. Oh, you sent me the link. Oh, yay. I will check that. Thank you, Sala, because I am winding down on how much time I have to craft. So I may have to do it when I get back. And my travel partner just had to drop out of the trip yesterday, so which means I have to make new accommodations. So that is going to narrow my crafty time, which is fine. I mean, it's all good. Before I go. So thank you, and I will probably get to it when I get back. Well, I mean, I'll definitely get to it when I get back. But I'll definitely look at it, and I do look forward to playing with it. I have some ideas. So I have my Marguerite Miller collage challenge, and I'm behind. And Crafty Goals is coming up on the 1st, and I'm going to feel better about my Crafty Goals if I at least try to catch up, and rather than just ignore another month of collage. So I thought, well, this morning maybe I can work on some collage. I don't even know what week we're in, but I'm going to look real quick. I think I should be on week 22, and I'm on week 14. So yeah, I have some catching up to do, I would say, but I'm not worried about it. Like, there's no collage police who are gonna come track me down and be like, "You're late." If they did, I would laugh at them. Awesome. Okay, so what do we got here? We got something you see through a window, something with wheels, a map, something that uses electricity, something with a bit of orange, and the bonus is a name. Okay, something you see through a window. Well, I work by a window and I always see lots of plants and trees in my backyard, but I also see birds. I love that there's a map, something with wheels, something that uses electricity with a bit of orange. Okay, let's see. I've got these transparencies still. Let's look at these again. I like these gardens because when I keep my window open so I can see our gardens. So I like the idea of seeing the gardens through the window. It'll be kind of fun to play with some transparencies as well. I know there's a window here in this. There's an actual window, but I don't see an actual window when I look through the window. And there's one too. That's the one that reminds me of my grandmother. So I think we'll go with the gardens. I love that image of those gardens. So I think this will be in there. And then I've got my Jot, which is Dollar Tree 4x6 index cards, which is what I collage on top of. I know I have some maps. I have a car thanks to these lovely Tim Holtz options. Oh my goodness, I finished that. I think this one's too big unless I make it horizontal. I could make it horizontal and then it fits perfectly on a 4x6. I'm telling you guys, I need all the cars. Let's play with a large option and a small option. Okay, so now I need some map. I needed something that uses electricity. Be so cool to have like some fairy lights on it or something maybe. But we'll see what else we can find. Something with a bit of orange and a name. So we've got the gardens, the car. Let me grab my collage books. And I'll have to grab some map paper. The cars are so much fun. I just love them. I like these. This one has the smaller scale stuff, but it just has a whole bunch of people, which is fine. Let's see. I'm looking for something that uses electricity. Something with a bit of orange. Ooh, that's a bit of orange, and I think it's interesting. I don't know how it would fit into our scene. I'm going to keep looking, but I just think it's an interesting object. I don't even know what it is. Universal something. I don't know. Ooh, the bit of orange could... The fun thing about using these cars is that we can have, you know, something in the windows of the cars. Like the bit of orange could be in the window. Ooh, I like this projector. And that projector could be projecting the garden scene. Oh, I like that. And it has orange. I was kind of secretly hoping that my something that uses electricity would also have orange in it. So let's go with this for now. See how everything lines up, of course. And the name could be the name of a city on the map. And then we'll have all of our stuff. I don't think that there's any map pages in here, but I have a paper pad of just maps. If you want map paper, and you can go to Joann's or order from Joann's. Hopefully they've gotten their situation worked out where they actually ship better. The last couple of times I ordered, it was kind of a nightmare. It took so long to get my stuff, but Joann's has a paper pad. I love Joann's. It was just frustrating. And then I heard from a lot of people they were having the same thing. They must have been having distribution issues, or I don't know what they were doing. But they have a paper pad that has nothing but map paper in it, and I highly recommend it. I'm just looking to see what else we might want to pop in. We could have a bird. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, I just love the message you left me the other day about like, sorry I missed you. I was out making memories. I was like, oh, yes, do that. Always do that. We will be here. This will all be here, but you go make your memories. Making s'mores, camping out. I was like, yes, absolutely. Live life to the fullest. This will all be here. Okay, I like that little bird. I always want a dog in the mix. And yeah, I see a dog at the window. My dog, she knows, the window that I sit at. And so I'll let her out and I'll go back to working. And when she's ready to come in, she pops up in the window and it's the cutest thing. It's like those wind up toys from the past. You'd wind it up and the clown would pop out or whatever. That's what it always makes me think of when she pops up in the window. It's the cutest. So yeah, I always see a dog out the window. Is this the only page of dogs, or is there another page of dogs? There's my mushrooms I could have used yesterday. Hello. My Crafty Adventures. Love that name. How are you? First time here. Oh, I'm so glad. Welcome. I kind of want this scruffy dog right here because sometimes my dog looks scruffy, and I have always been a fan of things that are so ugly they're cute, and that dog is so ugly it's cute. When I was growing up, when I was in kindergarten, the public library had a contest for the ugliest stuffed animal contest. My bear won. I was so excited. My favorite stuffed animal won the contest for the ugliest stuffed animal contest. And then when I was in high school graduating, there was a contest at our grocery store, of all places, that had the ugliest dog contest. And guess whose dog won? My dog won that contest too, and my family got like a $50 gift certificate to shop at the store. So yeah. I know how to pick them, y'all. I know how to pick them. So I think we're going to go with this. Let's just, let me grab the map page real quick. Maybe we can get 2 cards done. Maybe. Okay, I have the map paper. right here that I was talking about. This is the Park Lane, and they may have it in 12 by 12. I have it in the 8 by 8. Maps, text, and ledgers. I love this paper pad. I've had it for a couple of years, but I know that they still make it. Ugly dogs need love too. My brother and sister-in-law's dog, who lives next door, she's my little Stormy Lou. She is so ugly. She is so cute. And I just love her personality. She is the spunkiest little firecracker. So I love ledger paper a whole lot. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I kind of just want to use this one and call it a day. I don't really want to flip through that whole paper pad. I mean, if you want to see it, it's just full of different kinds of maps, stamps, ledger paper, all this ephemera in the back, and then music paper and writing paper. Like, I think this paper pad is really awesome. Okay. Love it. All right. So let's get to collaging. This is going to be my background. And I am just going to go ahead. I'm going to make the most of this paper and cut this here. But yeah, Stormy Lou, she is just so ugly. She's cute. And she's just like, I don't know what, all of us just don't have a clue what breed she is. I love mutts. She's a total mutt. But I found a dog that looks like her twin on the internet and like a YouTube short. And I had to send it to him, and we all crack up. She has got a long-lost sibling out there. And we thought she was the only one, the one of a kind. Let's see which, this car is going places. But I don't know which one I want to use yet. Oh, yeah, I do. I want to use the large one because I picked my dog and my bird to fit kind of in scale with the large car. Even the dog is still, she's a giant, but my dog's a giant too. My dog, when she stands on her hind legs to give you a big old hug, which she likes to do, she easily puts her paws on my shoulders, but she can almost put them on my husband's shoulders, and he's 6 foot tall. So that's how big she is. She is giant. She's a gentle giant. She loves a party. When the kids had their graduation party here last weekend, she had the time of her life. She loves it. She's so smart. She can tell, well, first of all, she knows when my husband's about to go work in the yard. She knows his clothes. I guess they have a smell, even though we wash them, you know, but they still like have such a keen sense of smell. That's what we're guessing. But she knows his work clothes, like the yard work clothes, and she gets so excited. She'll run into walls getting excited about when he's going to go outside and do yard work, because she's right in the thick of it. And then when we have a party, I swear she just knows there's something in the air. There's probably the decorations, because I always decorate. So it's probably the balloons and the decorations. And she's like, oh, yeah, we're about to have a party, y'all. She gets so excited. And she's like, never met a stranger kind of thing. One time in 2021 in Texas, we had a terrible freeze. We didn't have any electricity for like 6 days, 5 nights kind of thing. And we had a friend come in that she had never met before late one night because they were trying to get a generator set up for us. Now, she did not like that situation, but I think it's just because everything was so off for so long that she wasn't taking any chances. I got my prompts from, this is the Marguerite Miller Collage Weekly. I call it prompts, but I think it's supposed to be Collage Weekly uh, Planner or something. Let me show you. So on Etsy, Marguerite Miller, well, she has a YouTube channel, but she has the Collage Weekly Assignments is now what she's calling it. And this is volume 4. So volume 4 is for 2024. It's 52 weeks of prompts and assignments to cut out and use in your glue book or however you want. I'm making 52 5x7 cards with mine this year. I just want to change it up because I had done this last year and I put them all in a book and I filled up the book and that was cool and all, but I decided this year I wanted to change it up, and so I'm taking these 4x6 index cards that I got at the Dollar Tree and I collage on the 4x6 card, and then I attach it to a 5x7 card base. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Good question. Glad you asked. Okay, so yes, she's big. She's large and in charge. And that's my girl. Okay. Here is our projector, which I think is going to work perfectly to project the image of the garden that we see out the window. So, My Crafty Adventures, tell us about yourself. Do you have a channel? I mean, that name would be perfect for a channel, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. What do you like to craft? We'd love to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Are you a paper crafter? I'm a hardcore paper crafter. I do collage, junk journals, and cards, and whatever. Cupcake toppers made out of paper, whatever I need to do. Banners for parties. I'm thinking this needs to sit on the hood of the car, but it kind of throws off. Well, no, that can work. Just thinking that needs to sit kind of on the hood of the car. This kind of looks cluttered there now. I don't know if the dog is going to work out, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, now let's pull in this transparency. You do have a channel and you love paper crafting. Oh, cool. You make paper 3D. Oh, cool. Well, awesome. I will check it out. Okay, let's pick a garden. These images are the same size, so I don't think it matters. I think I want the one with the statue. Well, they both have a statue, but I want this one. So our garden is so full now. I mean, I have room for maybe a couple of plants and one of our gardens that's kind of died back. I just want native, like, salvia plants to go there. But besides that, our gardening here is done. We have landscaped, me and I call my husband Dr. Shrub. It's our hobby that we share together as husband and wife. It's what we do. But we've been landscaping here for like 5 years. We got a blank slate, you know. We got the builder's yard, so we got to make whatever we want, do whatever we want, which is so fun. And yeah, so now that we've got all the plants in and we have the gardens designed, now I am looking for statues and yard art. That is that is the next direction. And creating like sitting spaces. Ooh, I think the bird is going to sit on top of the projector. The bird there, the garden here. Okay, I still don't know about the dog. I don't know about the dog. Let's get the garden backed on some scrap paper. I used up so much scrap paper recently. I don't have much left. Y'all know who that is? Who's that? Who's that crazy lady? Oh goodness. You'll have to, I'll show y'all that video why I have this printed on paper later. Next week, when I'm out of town and I can't do lives, I've got some videos for you guys. This week I'm doing a whole bunch of lives because I figured I'm in town. Let's make the most of it. I mean, I'm usually in town. I only have to travel for work a couple of times a year, but this is one of those times. See, it's going to look like that projector, and that looks like an image that's being projected and not like a photograph. So I think that works really well. Let's do it. I don't think I need the dog. First of all, it wasn't a prompt. It was a bonus thing. Name, Central America. We're good. I'm not going to put another name on here. So let me put this together. And what time is it? Oh, yeah. We've only been here 30 minutes. We can make another one. And then when I come back and share my crafty goals, I'm going to feel a little better. Like, I didn't get caught up, but I made progress. Progress, not perfection, right, you guys? So I'm going to glue my map down on the index card real quick. Okay, so about the index cards. No, you don't have to use an index card to do this. You can collage on anything you want. If you wanted to make cards, you wouldn't have to start with a index base the way that I do. But even in my card making, I like to have what I call a card front. Something that's, I don't make things directly onto the card very often. So if we look at these cards I made in the live last night, I broke that rule a bit with this card. And I did make this one directly on the base, but that's because I was collaging this tissue paper on. I had to keep it clean and simple. So I wanted a lot of the white base to show through. So I used this Tim Holtz transparency, what is it called? Serendipity, oh yeah, it came from this one, Serendipity collage paper. Then I also used one of his strips and I just cut off some. But this was directly onto the card base. Oh boy, I was live with my friends, so it's a mess in here, but we'll get it cleaned up before I ever use it. And I can always cover this with an insert. So, but by contrast, this is how I normally make a card. Like this one, I have this cut down card front here. That's more of how I normally craft, and then I put it on my card base. So that's why I use the index card as my base, plus it keeps the image at 4x6 for my 5x7 card. Just in case people are wondering. And if you don't have index cards, you can just cut down paper, but I think index cards are a lot cheaper because you could get 125, basically 1 cent each at the $1.25 store, 4x6. And I think that's a lot cheaper probably than cutting down patterned paper, 12x12 paper, stuff like that. Okay, now I need to decide where this garden fits because we have this rad window option in the car. I kind of like that it's shining through because then you really get the point of the windows. Let's go back and look at our projector again. I'm not loving this projector hanging off the edge like that. I think I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm just going to use this white colored pencil and kind of make a mark right here. It's going to be really incredibly hard for you guys to see, but I can see it. And I'm just going to trim up. It doesn't have to make a ton of sense, but I just had to fix it. If I add it at an angle, that even makes me happier. Let's do that. Okay. I think we have our arrangement. I like that the fountain pool is in the car windows. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I like that. Let's commit this decision here. Whoa, come back. It's a transparency. There we go. Put some glue on the back of that. Now I'm going to have to work quickly and get this little guy tucked back there because I want the light behind this piece. There we go. This looks like something my husband would do. When we had the kids over and had the graduation party, we showed a movie with our projector. He has two on the garage. And then we could have a little birdie just for fun hanging out. I like that. And he's watching the garden. Me and the birds have that in common. We could just sit and watch the garden. Whoops, his feet slid under the projector. I want them on the projector. He has landed. I think the bird likes that cool breeze of the air too, ruffling his feathers. So there it is. Not enough coffee yet, Mariah. Good morning. Mariah, I'm 2 hours later than I would normally be. I understand. We're in summertime now. We get to, I know you have littles, so we don't have to pack lunches, rush off to school, and do all those things. We get to chill. This is, I might like summer more than my children. First of all, my husband calls me Mama Bird because I like all my chicks in the nest. I like all my family at home with me in the nest. That is when I am most happy, most chill, most at ease, is when everyone is at home in the nest. So I have my babies here with me all summer at home in the nest. I work from home. And then I don't have to be on anybody else's schedule. I do have a job. I have to be on their schedule, but I don't have to be on everybody's schedule. So like last night I got to craft with my friends. Usually during the school year, I wouldn't craft in the evening. It'd have to be a rare exception, or a Friday night, or it'd have to be a weekend, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm on summer schedule now. Okay, there it is. So this is the collage for week 14. We've got something you see through a window, which is the garden. We got something with wheels, obvious, a map. We've got something that uses electricity, the projector. Something with a bit of orange. Our bird and this projector base here has orange, and then a name, Central America, Panama Canal. My hubby's grandfather and uncles, great uncles, worked on the Panama Canal. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I always like being able to relate. I'm going to use my red lead stamp. I love red lead so much, you guys. Authentic art made by me. So let me show you how I've been addressing these cards, my collage cards only for this challenge this year. I just stamp the back with this stamp. And then I sign it and I put the hashtag so that whoever gets the cards would be able to look up the hashtag and see lots of awesome people's art and see how other people followed the challenge. They would be able to find collage artists, not just my stuff, but other people. So that's how I'm finishing off these cards. There's one. So that's week 14. And then I get so excited because I'm a lister. So I get so excited when I get to check it off. Oh, yay, my heart makes me happy. All right, let's do one more. Let's do week 15. And then I'll only have 7 more weeks to make up. All right, a repeating pattern found in nature. I think of leaves immediately. Ledger paper, oh my gosh, I can just pull from that same paper pad. Part of an animal, a manual or instruction guide. I was like, an animal? That is savage. We don't want to put a part of an animal. No, it's not an animal. It's a manual. Maybe I need coffee, Mariah. Thread or a piece of fabric. Yeah, there's always that. A quote, something stenciled. What? Something stenciled. I think we know where we'll go with that one. A quote. I kind of feel like I want to start with a quote. Maybe, but maybe not. We're definitely going to do leaves for the repeating pattern found in nature. I've already got my ledger paper. Part of a product manual or instruction guide. Well, guess what? I actually have one. Let me grab that. I have a little folder where I keep them. There's my user manual for my cuckoo clock. I'm not using that, but this one is for my trampoline. I think I can use this one. I actually just kept this one so that I could cut it up because I knew this was going to pop up at some point. Ooh, yeah, this has got some fun images. Hey, Yvette. Good morning. Hey, Lala. I didn't see you pop in. How you doing? It was so fun crafting with you last night. Lala's in the Philippines, you guys. So I think this is her evening. Right, Lala? Last night we were crafting in your morning and now it's evening. You've had a whole day while I was sleeping. Warranty information. We know that's usually not a thing. We just have to pick a page, but the page will also pick itself as I find more things. Man, I wish I had that magnolia stencil from PM Artist Studios because that could be my repeating pattern and it could be my stencil, but I don't have it, so I'm going to have to make with what I have. I'm thinking about stenciling over the instruction manual. We also have to fit some ledger paper in this whole situation. So what I might take is like the assembly instructions. My trampoline's already assembled. Let's grab our ledger paper real quick. I think it's so serendipitous that I pulled out this from our first card and now I'm getting to use it again. Kind of wanting ledger paper with green, if you're wondering what I'm looking for. I think I want green ledger paper. I'm looking through my stencils real quick. Okay, repeating patterns found in nature. Man, I think sun rays is really cool. This isn't sun rays. This is sunshine. Yeah. How about honeycomb? That's a repeating pattern in nature. I think this is like tulips, or it says for women. Tulips or leaves, you know. So there's some different ideas. Let's see, and then the other one that I have in here, well, I hope it's in here. Yeah, I used and abused these recently in a session. You guys haven't seen yet. But waves. Waves are a repeating pattern found in nature. So if you're looking for ideas on repeating patterns found in nature, waves, honeycomb, leaves, lots of options. Since you're here, Mariah, I took the choppy waves and in a very playful way came up with making it kind of a animal print with orange. It's like a wild tiger and I love it. So who knew choppy waters could be a wild tiger too? All right. Let's see. I had picked green. Let me see what the other things here. Instruction manual, ledger, yeah, repeating pattern, fabric, yeah. Oh, and then we just need a quote. I'm kind of thinking the honeycomb. I know I was thinking the leaves originally, but now I'm kind of thinking the honeycomb. So if you do the Marguerite Miller challenge, keep some instruction manuals. Okay. I'm going to stencil right over that. And I think I'm going to do antique linen. Do I have it out? No, because that would be too easy, but I know it's here. It's here. We'll do antique linen and wild honey. Because why not? Let's do it. Grab my yellow brush. Ooh, the wild honey is wild. This is a color I don't go for very often. And I'm going to clean my brush off somewhere, somehow. I'm just cleaning it on a towel. I should have gone in with my lighter color first, but it's all good. It's not like I'm working with a clean brush. I've never washed these brushes. I washed a couple and then it took forever for them to dry. And I was like, oh, probably not going to do that again. So it's great because my brushes are always primed and ready to craft because they're dirty and full of ink. And I just love it. A lot of times I don't even have to pull out an ink pad. Okay. Now, I need a focal point. Even if we just have to pull in extra stuff. So let me grab another index card. Getting ideas here. Well, now I'm wishing I had taken that pattern a little lower and a little higher. So let me fix that. Just realigning the stencil here. I need to go a little lower and a little higher. It is a nice and bright color. A little bit of sunshine for your morning. It's not sunny here, so we got to get it in the color. Yeah, so that's going to be the overall background for this card. Man, this instruction manual came in handy because I certainly didn't use it for the instructions. Oh, I'm such a man in that way. I just try to put it together first, and if I fail, that's when I use my instruction manual. I am such a dude in that way. I know I got it from my father. My father would be like, instruction manual? Psh, I can build anything. Then later he might be like, psst, can you go get me that instruction manual? But he could just about build anything. Okay. I'm really missing my big scissors, y'all. I need to put out the bat signal and get them back in my room. I love my big, huge scissors. Y'all know it. I fussy cut with them and everything. I cannot handle little scissors too often. I'm a fast crafter. I can't be fiddling with a bunch of little slices. I need big slices. Big slices of cake, pizza, and paper. I know, I'm a bad influence. Okay. I'm saving these. Of course I am. Okay, we've got our background. I like the honeycomb on the trampoline. I think that's pretty cool. Like right there, that's a cool section. Okay. The ledger paper, you guys. You want those slices too solid. What's going on, Jim? Oh, gosh. Oh, Jim. Oh, bless your heart. That just sounds dreadful. I am so sorry. I mean, I'm glad you're getting good care, though, Jim. Hey, y'all, is it just me? Or when you go back to watch a replay now on YouTube, and I need y'all's input on this for real. When you go back to watch a replay on YouTube, Can you see the live chat? I can't see it anymore. Like, I know it used to take up to like 24 hours for it to be visible and stuff, but like, I cannot see the live chat anymore. Am I the only one? The little, there used to be a button up for it. You can still see it, Lala? I can't, I don't know. I've gone back to watch some live videos that I've missed, and I want to see the chat to see what people were talking about, and I can't see it. Oh, don't mind me as I fan myself through a hot flash, y'all. Okay, I need to get a critter or something. Thank goodness I have all this paper around. I can fan myself when the hot flashes come. Sometimes it takes forever. Oh, yeah, it's been really like a bummer because I like to, you know, sometimes I have to work. I have to do all these things. So I have to catch replays. But I like to follow the chat even in a replay. Okay, where's the birds and the bees? Ocean. There's some birds. No bees. Not yet. I wonder if they're even in here. I have stamps. If this book doesn't have what I'm looking for. I think there's a page of insects. Maybe it's with the insects. I would think this book would have some bees in it, wouldn't you? Again, it's not the end of the world because, oh, there's, see, the dogs need to be all together. I mean, this book is really well organized, but still. We're crafting on the fly here. Okay, butterflies. Okay. Yeah, I felt like, cool. I felt like there had to be a bee. Although I kind of just like the idea of getting like, I know some people hate insects, but I kind of like the idea of getting a variety. Let's do that. This will be our last cards. This is the last of the fussy cutting you guys have to watch today, and I have to get to work. Sala. You get live chat, you don't. Sorry. Well, what I've been trying to do, but I'm terrible anyways about it, is like repeat the question or the comment that I'm responding to. So if people can't see, whoops, off with that leg or whatever. That way if they can't, oh gosh, I'm doing a terrible job at this. Then I'm kind of responding to, they can hear what I'm responding to. Let's use scissors. That craft knife situation did not go as planned. And it didn't even cut through. How rude. Making me do it twice. Okay. My kids hate bugs, you guys. I mean, hate them. I think they're kind of cool. I don't like snakes. So I guess I should be compassionate and understanding because I think they hate bugs the way I hate snakes. So yeah, I think we're going to put some bugs on it because I think we've hit everything. We've got the repeating pattern, we've got ledger paper, we got stenciled. Oh, we need a quote still. We need thread or fabric. Okay, but we need bugs too. I like this beetle. I like all these beetles. I tell you what I don't like. I don't like boring beetles that bore holes into the trunks of your trees and kill them. I had planted, well, I didn't plant it. I bought it and he planted it. But for my husband one year, got him, I don't think the big bee is going to work. A tree for Father's Day. It was a weeping, no, not the weeping one, a red bud tree. It was doing so beautiful. It was a couple of years old, and some boring beetles got into it, bored holes into it, and we had to dig it up. It was dead. And then they killed another tree in our yard. And last year we lost our Japanese maples. One of our garden areas has a bunch of like Japanese plants in it, and we had two Japanese maple trees that were bonsai. They were about 5.5, 6 foot tall. Oh, we loved those trees so much. And last year, just the drought and extreme heat of 106 degrees every day took them out. They couldn't handle the ambient heat. They didn't get the light. They just got the heat. And I would put ice water on them literally some days to try to save them, but they were goners. And Japanese maples, we had gotten them at a killer price. We got them for $50 each. They're usually like $150, $200 trees. So it's not something you just run back out and replace. Plus, like, I don't know if it's going to get any cooler around here. Kind of thinking not. Okay. Got a bee. Yeah, I know. We love bonsai in theory. I'm terrible about keeping them alive. So what we do is we plant and bonsai trees in the yard. So we have trees that we kind of shape at a young age in the yard, and we keep shaping them. And so we have 5 or 6 different varieties of trees that we do as living bonsais in the ground. We can keep those alive, barring extreme drought and bugs. We can keep them alive. But in the pots, we tried bonsai in the pots, and that was never a success. I have been able to keep my orchids alive, though. I do prefer things in ground versus in pots. It's just so hot here. They're so thirsty, and I'm so busy. It's not a good combination. And I'm not like a real disciplined person, so keeping a bonsai going, they're so, they could be so needy. I'm not, I've got children and a dog and a husband. That's enough. And my mom, yeah, I'm good. I don't need needy trees too. You know, you got to draw the line somewhere. I'm needy. I need craft time or else. Oh my gosh. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. This card that I'm making. But collage is fun. Quotes. I'm going to think about quotes for this card. I'm probably just going to do something real quick because I got to run off and get to work. But probably just going to pull one of these Tim Holtz things that I keep on my desk and I keep using over and over. See, if you keep things out, you'll use them. That's my theory. That's why my desk has 4.3 million things on it, y'all. I just keep it all out and then I can see it and use it. This is going to be a very yellow card because I'm thinking about using the velvet ribbon that I used on my cards last night, which yellow is my favorite color, so I'm fine with a lot of yellow. 3 is probably the magic number, isn't it? The trinity of bugs. Okay. Yeah, this ribbon right here. Just run it along that ledger right there, I think. This is a very mellow, mild collage for me. It's like, I don't know, kind of basic for me, but that's okay. I could be basic. Ledger, yep. I think the only thing we need now is a quote, which I'm just going to grab from over here. Turn the page. It is an instruction manual after all. Seen and noted. I also like that one for this collage. You guys pick. Should I use turn the page or seen and noted, or do you see something else on here that I should use? Yes, I'm making these into cards this year. So this is going to be a 5x7 card. So here's the first one I made in this live stream. So I put them on a 4x6 index card and then put them on and I collage on the index card. Then I glue the index card to a 5x7 card base. I know they're wild and wacky for cards, but I know there's a market for them. I think Lost and Found is actually kind of perfect. I'm going to do Lost and Found. Seen and Noted would be good. Thank you card. That's true. Lost and Found or Seen and Noted. I do like that. This feels Lost and Found to me, though. Like, what in the world is she doing with like instruction manuals and beetles? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it because my brain can handle it. I'm sure y'all get that. Put it right there. All right, let me glue all this down. Make it committedly done here. Committing to the design. And Lala, I'll show you real quick the other ones, and then if you're interested, you can go back and find the videos. I've made all of them in videos, some in lives and some in my edited videos. Okay. I'm remembering this old Stampin' Up! Ribbon that I know I have in my stash somewhere. It's like made out of metal. It was so cool, and you could like pull it apart. It was very mixed media, very cool, very unusual, honestly, for a Stampin' Up! Product. And I loved it. It would be really neat on this card, but we don't want to go through that. We're already there. Ooh, I kind of want to put a charm on this, though. And it is Lost and Found. We might have to put a charm on this real quick, like. It just feels like a card that would have a charm to me. Maybe it needs a charm because it's not very charming. These insects on it. Yeah, you know, my sister-in-law called me yesterday and she was like, hey, didn't you kill a black widow at your house? And I was like, was it my house or did I kill it at your house? And she's like, no, you killed it on your back porch. So her memory is definitely better than mine. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah. That happened. You're right. She's like, I just killed one in the house. And I was like, oh no. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell anybody but you because everyone else in my house will freak out, but somebody should know. They live next door to me. They're like, somebody should know. So I wanted to tell you because I knew you wouldn't freak out. I was like, oh, shucks. That's no fun. Seen and noted. Seen and noted. All right. I was going to add a charm, wasn't I? Okay. Charms, charms, charms. I'm just looking. That's what this dead silence is about. We can put one of those kinds of charms on here. I have other kinds of charms too. Let me grab them. If you ever hear things crashing and alive, it's normal. Just don't be alarmed, okay? That is normal in these parts. I bet I have a bee. I've got leaves. Ooh, I kind of like, ooh, we could do a repeating pattern with these leaves as charms. Get rid of that. And I think I'll just attach them with a brad. Okay. And let me get brads. Okay, we're gonna get there, you guys. Ugh. Vicky, evidently I had a spider in my hair. This is about a month ago. And Sparkle Heart saw it. She was like, Mommy, you have a spider in your hair. And I was like, I had my hands full, okay? I don't remember what was in them, but my hands were absolutely full at the time, and probably with her stuff. And I was like, well, can you get it out? And she's like, no, I'm not touching that spider. And I'm like, you're going to tell me I have a spider in my hair and not help me get it out? And she's like, yeah, just get it out. It's gross. It's just like right over there. And I'm like, what? And I was like, come on, Sparkle Heart, help me out. And she was like, no, I could not get her to help me. So I just had to put everything down, dump my head over. And my hair is kind of wild and unruly, and, you know, it probably all feels like a spider web. Anyways, it was on me to get the spider out. She was not, I was like, I'd almost rather you not tell me if you're not going to help me. Can we establish that as a rule? Like, just, I'd rather not know. If you're not going to help me get it out. Spare me the details. Oh my goodness. One time, before my brother and sister-in-law moved, before we all built houses next door to each other, they lived across town for a short while. And I was driving over and going to hang out with them, and we weren't far, but we still had to get on a toll road, or we were on the service road of a toll road, and there was a wasp or a flying bug in my car. My son nearly jumped out of the car. He opened my door. My son was only like 6. He opened the door and was going to jump out of my car because there was a wasp or a bee. Oh my gosh. Talk about... I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so... It's like, no, don't do it. I have jumped out of a moving car that was going 50 miles an hour, and I was lucky because I rolled into a ditch in the country. He was going to be on the pavement in the city. That's a different, and he was 6. I was 16. That's a different thing. Oh, the adventures. Oh my goodness. Needless to say, a 5-minute drive turned into a very traumatic, like 10-minute drive, because I immediately had to pull the car over and kill that insect so that my son wouldn't jump out of the car before we got to their house. Oh my gosh. Vicki, were you able to return to work, or did you need some time? Attention. I like that this is talking about legs, and we've got all these legs. Now, I know it's talking about the legs of the trampoline, but it kind of really goes with, this whole page is all about legs. The insects were kind of a perfect thing. Okay, just deciding where I want my holes. We are almost done, I promise, but the card's not done until I'm like, yep, it's done. You know, it's a feeling. But we're almost there, y'all. Good thing my first meeting's not till 10. Okay. I wonder who made that. I don't think she's here, but Miss Gloria Wolf made me this in the perfect color. And she put diamonds all over it. I love it. Very blessed by all of you. Okay, one more. I like this, you know, because originally I was thinking leaves for the repeating pattern found in nature. So I found a way to work the leaves in as that nature pattern. And the insects are a repeating pattern. And the honeycomb. Love it. Okay. All right. Cool, cool. That makes me happy. And now the lost and found makes even more sense to me, because it's like all these random little pieces. My son, he went through a phase where he was always on the lookout for things that would be like dropped, forgotten, like on the ground. And he had a box. It was like his own personal lost and found. It was the cutest thing. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, these cards definitely take time. These are not fast cards. They never are, even if they're kind of simple like this one. It's always a process. There's fussy cutting. There's finding your, for me, a theme. I have to have a theme to be happy. And finding your materials, just doing all the things. These cards take time, and that's why I'm behind. But I really enjoy collaging. My friend Mary, she's traveling, and I told y'all she took a little travel bag with her because she's been traveling for months, going to different states and doing different things. But she's an avid crafter like us, and so she just took a little supply bag and is finding like brochures and things along the way and making collage cards. She sent me one, and I just love that. I just love it. I mean, you don't have to have the latest anything to make a collage card, really. You can make it out of anything you want. Okay, so that's that, and I like it. Guess what? I think we did it. Let me make sure. Repeating patterns. We've got like 3 repeating patterns. Thank you very much. Ledger, product, manual, thread or fabric, quote, something stenciled. Check. Heck yeah. Boop, boop. All right, let me, because Lala hasn't seen them, let me grab my other cards. These are the 2 we made today. Okay. And then we'll go. Oh, I need to do the back real quick. I have to do the back. I don't want to lose track. There's going to be 52 of these eventually. So just real quick. This only takes a second. That. Go my micron again. And this is number 15. Alrighty. Now, I like that these move all different. Wipe on, wipe off. Wipe on, wipe off. Okay. Yes, I'm a child. I'm a product of the 80s. All right. No size restriction whatsoever. Yeah, that's right, Lala. So there will be 52 because there's 1 for every one. Jessie, hi. I always see you in the replay crew. I don't ever get to see you in the lives. How are you? Sending you love. I saw your comments and hope you get that puppy. All right. Week 1, I'm not going to go through what they all mean, but if you follow the prompts, you'll figure it out. And it's in my videos. Maybe if I go into detail, probably. Week 2, let me do this in a different way so that I can keep them in order. So week 1, week 2, Dance Around the Maypole, week 3, 4, it's supposed to have a religious thing in it. This, I think, is a lot of people's favorite, though right now it's probably not going to be very popular. The Dallas one with the tornado. Sorry, guys. And then I love this one a whole bunch. Love that one. This one. I love this one, too. Succulent Wild Woman. It had to have a title from a book on my bookshelf, and that book has been on my bookshelf since 2017. And then this one was so fun, I just made 2. This is the same week. I just made 2 of them. This is week 9. I don't know. I liked it, so I made 2 of them. This was made in a live, and Sala helped me with my sentiment. Style is not for the faint of heart. Love that. Aw, this one reminds me of Sparkle Heart running around with her brother's NASA helmet. So much fun. And eating, they would sneak food and eat it behind the couch, like bananas and treats and things. And then her brother taught her to shove all the evidence, like the leftover candy wrappers, just you eat it behind the couch and then you shove it behind the couch. So yeah, uh, this card will always be mine because it just makes me think of my children. This one's really fun. I think I would get this one to my hubby, Dr. Shrub, because he's a musician, but you know, I already talked about it. We do plants together. This wild and crazy one, I remember in the comments that you guys really liked this one, which was funny. Bye, my crafty adventures. It was great meeting you. I'm so glad you stopped in. So glad you got to join. By the way, these aren't planned and they usually happen at 5 a.m., but they're always available in the replay. But I don't have a schedule. I'm too wild and crazy for that. Flo's here. Hi, Flo. How you doing? Okay, this is the one we made today, which is a whole lot of fun. I love the projector and how like faint that transparency is. So it really looks like it's being projected on there. I love this one. This one's really fun and different. It also makes me think of the drive-in theaters. I grew up going to drive-in theaters. I got to see E.T. there like 3 times in 1 week. My dad never worked the night shift. My dad, I get my principles of not working at night or crafting at night and being with a family from my dad. He would never work the night shift because he didn't want to miss dinner at the table with his family. And I remember when E.T. came out, my dad had to work the night shift. It was the only time in my life that he did it. And so my mom, I think she just was like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these kids. I mean, I have some really unruly brothers. And so she was like, I'm just going to take them all to the drive-in like every night that you work this week. So we saw E.T. like 3 times that week. Such good memories. So yeah, this reminds me definitely of the drive-in. Okay, and then this little wild child right here, the lost and found. So thanks for hanging out with me. We actually have a drive-in theater here, and we took the kids last year, and they got to experience it. I know, it's so funny what it is that we remember, the memories. Kim's got to go. I've got to go. Oh yeah, E.T. phone home. I have E.T. Stuff, memorabilia, actually, at my house. I have Ghostbusters and E.T. Some of my favorite childhood stuff. I'm a very sentimental person. So obviously, I mean, I craft my memories. I'm very sentimental. Miss Cheryl, hi. Well, I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I'm glad I got to make a couple more collage cards. So now when I do my Crafty Goals collab with you guys, I can at least be like, okay, I made 2. I'm getting caught up, right? So that's what we made today. I had so much fun hanging out with y'all. I love y'all so much. Hopefully that's obvious because I'm always here with you in the live now. It's so much more awesome than the recorded videos because I get to interact with you. The thing is I know it takes more of your time and you could be anywhere. So I'm so grateful you spent your time with me. Yes, Dawn, and hello and good morning. You're going to be on the replay crew. I made these 2 cards, but I also shared the cards I made with you and crew last night. So yeah, if y'all want to see us make cards, you got to go check out Dawn's channel. Her card Yahtzee was last night. That's where I made those 2. And then I just made these 2 this morning. Just a card making fool over here. All right. Love you guys so much. Y'all have a super awesome day and I'll see you later. Bye.